Getting her prepped and ready. Transmission oil change. Gonna put a sock filter back on this filter. Dang forks are leaking again. And I think that was my fault. I swapped out the bearings on this bike this fall, and ever since then the forks have leaked. But it is what it is. I'll get them fixed after the dunes trip. So just getting everything ready. Something important for dune riding too is, I mentioned it earlier, but this is just a little filter sock. So all it is, you get multiple sizes. They're real cheap online. Oil this thing up just like you would your oil filter for your bike, and then put it right around your filter. And this just gives you an added protection for all that sand and stuff. Real stretchy. If you're really cheap, you guys can use something else, but I don't mind buying the little ones. 3-pack is, I don't know, $5 to $10. Once they're in there, just protects the filter. And then when you're done going back to dirt, you pull this thing off, throw it away, and your filter usually is just fine underneath. So works great. I'm gonna use a trash bag, little plastic bag here, oil it up, put it on, go wash my hands up and reassemble the bike. Thing all oiled up like that. I won't be able to really show it, but you want it well oiled so that traps all that dust and stuff. Super sticky oil too. The bag worked pretty decent, but I'm probably gonna make a mess getting this thing back in there with my hands. One more big tip when dune riding, if you're trying it out, if you do like it, get a spare wheel. That way you don't have to swap out tires every season when you're going back and forth doing different things. Different chain too. Got a nice O-ring chain on here, and that's what I run in the dirt. This is a more inexpensive chain. This is what I run in the sand. So first few years I did this, I just basically I would change out chains every single year, because the sand would just ruin them. So I'd use it for the dirt, and then I'd just leave the old one on for the sand. And it was okay, you could do that. Chains aren't that expensive, but the sand will tear them up. So I got kind of tired of buying chains, so that one for the dirt. I don't do competitive racing or anything. For the dirt, that one would be great for me. I should have that for quite a few years. Keep it greased up, whatever, maintain your stuff. I know mine's a little dusty, but I usually do keep it pretty clean. So, and it has been greased. Filter cover on, got a little dirty, that's just from my hands. Kind of making a mess on it, but it is what it is. Made sure it's all the way around. Probably would have been simpler if I'd have taken these pieces off, but I was able to reach my hands in there and get it done. Just swapped out for the Surge paddle tire. Had this thing since the very first trip to the dunes. This is either trip number 5 or 6, and I'm pretty sure it's trip number 6, which is all ready to go. Gnarly.
anyway, or whether or not, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I mean, if
It'd be a matching set.
for
It'd be a
a
matching set for somebody.
for a reasonable price, I could use the rims and put my stuff on it and use those as my dirt rails.